Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started here. My name is Aaron Byerlee. Looking forward to talking to you guys today about Lev AI. I'm going to ask you a question. Have you leveraged AI yet? Have you found a way to monetize it? Have you heard of AI? I'm sure you have. And so I'm extremely excited about this opportunity. I guess as an entrepreneur, and I've been an entrepreneur since pretty much the day I was born, right? I've been in the direct sales industry now for 27 years, and I've never been more excited about an opportunity than what we have here with Lev AI. So I've sort of been sitting on the sidelines a little bit, looking at, I felt like a person sitting on the porch drinking my coffee, just watching Ferraris drive past with everybody that's already worked out this AI thing, right? And I'd probably like you, dabbled with Chat GBT, using it to help me create logos and save some time and get smarter, but really I wasn't monetizing anything. And so when I saw Lev AI came along, I thought here is a real simple way with some incredible tools to help me leverage AI and also, to monetize AI and to use it in my other businesses. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you've sort of been going, how do I monetize this? How do I leverage this? Watch this Lev AI. We're going to talk all about that today. And we are very, very close to launching this company. So let's get into it. I'm not going to talk too many statistics on AI. I think you guys probably know it's the future. It's going to be huge, but I just want to put it in real perspective for you so you can see just how exciting this is, because you can choose to fear AI or you can choose to get ahead of the curve with AI. It's coming whether we like it or not. It's coming whether you do it, whether I do it or not. And we're going to be forced into using it. It's not necessarily that AI is going to take a lot of jobs or suffer a lot of businesses, but the businesses that use AI are going to get ahead and the other ones are going to get left behind. The employees that don't know how to use AI are the ones that are going to left behind. And the founder of DeepMind here says it's the difference with AI. It's going to be 10 times bigger than the Industrial Revolution and maybe 10 times faster. So these are obviously smart people that understand where it's going. The CEO of Google says it would be more important than fire or electricity to humans. Fire or electricity. Now, I don't know about you guys, but how would your life be without electricity these days? More important than that. So it kind of puts it in perspective. And in terms of growth, I don't hype on about this trillion and that trillion, and we talk about weight loss and skincare and whatever it may be. But again, I just want to put it in perspective for you. The UN Trade Development talk about it potentially being 4.8 trillion by 2023. Now, to give you an idea of that, the oil and gas industry has been around for 166 years, worth 4.2 trillion last year. So it just gives you an idea of how fast it is growing, and it's coming for you whether you like it or not. Now, you're going to be a crocodile or you're going to be a dinosaur. And I felt like I was at the brink of becoming a dinosaur, getting wiped out. If I can't work out how to leverage AI, if I can't work out how to monetize AI very, very soon, I feel like I'm going to be wiped out when that meteor of AI hits, if it hasn't already. The crocodiles survived, didn't they? They adapted. And that's what we need to do. We need to get ahead of the curve, get educated to some degree, find some tools, find a program, find some education, find a community where we can adapt and be a crocodile. And so I love backing the jockey. I love backing people first and foremost. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the AI tools tonight and exactly what we have here with Lev AI. But most importantly, for me anyway, and for people that have been around the industry a fair while, it does matter who's behind this. And one thing that I know is I will back Blake Schroeder, Randy Schroeder, and Terry LaCour. Randy and Blake have been around the industry forever. Blake's had 18 years of social commerce experience. He's been the CEO of network marketing companies, founded companies. He's committed to innovation and rapid growth in social commerce. He's just a really smart guy. But above all, he's a good guy. And it's somebody that we can trust. And when you look at a lot of direct sales industries that are moving through, when they're getting momentum or they get big or there's some decisions that need to be made along the journey. And I know that we're in really good hands with Blake Schroeder. So that was a big tick box for me. When I knew that Terry LaCour was the person that, founded the technology, founded the company, that gave me a lot of confidence as well. And my first question to, Randy and Blake was, who's the tech behind this? Who's the money behind this? Because if we don't go to have good tech teams and good people behind this, we're going to be extinct like next week. This is growing so fast. The technology is growing so fast. And so you can be rest assured that there's some great money behind this. You know, Terry LaCour, all these different enterprises, companies, over $7 billion in revenue to date. He's been involved in the direct sales industry for decades. You know, he provides a lot of physical products, shipping, merchant, all these infrastructure that he's had for decades. And so you can be rest assured that we have good people behind it, good infrastructure, good money. This is not going to be a quick technology that's good today and then it's obsolete tomorrow. We're going to be continuing to stay ahead of the curve and the tech with AI. So that was really important for me. Now, Lev AI, it solves a lot of problems, right? It's solving a lot of problems for me, and I can't wait to use everything in the suite. And so when you look at what entrepreneurs, business owners, solopreneurs, influencers, affiliates, the problems that they're having is which CRM do I use? Which funnel do I use? How do I make my websites? I haven't got enough money to run Facebook ads, and it becomes very overwhelming and sometimes quite expensive. So you're either having to pay someone a lot of money that knows what they're doing, or you really have to go and learn all these different things. And I don't know about you, but I'm not overly tech savvy. And so Lev AI solves a lot of these problems. And so, all the different complex, costly, fragmented marketing tools that are out there. Do I use Go High Level? Do I use ClickFunnels? Do I use this CRM? Some people are using like three different CRMs. And as I was saying, tech intimidation and burnout. Either I've got to learn this stuff or I've got to pay someone a lot of money. I'm running out of leads. I can't afford to do Facebook ads. My funnel is not converting. No real clear guide to grow the audience, convert leads to business, and keep leads going. Particularly for someone in network marketing, this is going to be an absolutely no-brainer, must-have suite of tools. So let's talk about them a little bit tonight. We have with Lev AI, and this is really just scratching the surface of what we're going to have, but we have to start with My AI Social, My Network, My Web, My Momentum, and My Prospects. And we have a little bit more than this as well, but let's dive into them, have a bit of a look at what each one means. So My AI Social, some people are really good at this, and a lot of people just aren't. What do I post to attract clients? What do I post to get curiosity? What do I post for conversion? What do I post to get followers and interaction and engagement? Well, Lev AI can help you with all that. Helps you to get unstuck and build consistent audience, build consistent message, consistent brand. So you can create engaging social posts in literally seconds and post directly to your profile. So you could ask it, I want to create a post that gets people that are following me really curious and interested in AI. What's a good wording that I can put together? Just two paragraphs that I can attract, the females that are over 40 that follow me, whatever it might be. And it'll put together a post for you. And then you might say, hey, can you just write me a post each day that talks about AI, and it's educating people, and it's going to get you a post, bang, you can do it directly to your Facebook, to your Instagram. And so it's going to get to know you as you log in, as you start to give it information. This is how I talk. I want to come across direct, or I want to come across funny, or it's going to get to know your personality. And it's going to be able to post and do social media posts probably better than what you can. And if you're really good at this, it's just going to be another way to give you some ideas on some content that you're going to be able to write. So in terms of social media, you're going to be able to put some really good things out there automatically. You don't have to think about it too much. And that's really going to help you in-house here as well. My network. So Lev AI will profile and suggest how to engage your prospects. It will also track each interaction and remind you when it's time to follow up. So in terms of like the CRM system, I'm absolutely loving what I'm hearing with the CRM. I haven't had a chance to look at it and use it yet, but you can even do things like take a picture. So you can take a screenshot of someone's LinkedIn profile, upload it into the Lev AI app, and it's going to put it in the CRM straight away for you. So you might be scrolling through and go, oh, this person's got a huge amount of following. Oh, they've had a bit of direct sales experience. This person looks really good. Bang, screenshot, upload it into the CRM, and it's going to straight away put in their phone number, their email, their name, and it's even going to suggest how you can interact with that person. So it's going to say, hey, this is Lewis. Lewis is really interested in soccer. And he looks like he's been to a lot of different soccer games. Perhaps you want to break the ice and start talking about, the Australian soccer team. And then you can start to get into business. And so it's going to suggest on how you interact with that particular client, customer, prospect, whatever it may be. But I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a lot more fun than having to type in every single content into my CRM. So the CRM is going to be able to do a lot of very cool stuff in terms of using AI and everything else that we want it to do. Okay, my web. So I've actually tried this bit of technology and it's very, very cool. So one of the things that you can do with the Lev AI is you can have unlimited profiles. So for example, I run like four different businesses. So I could have four different profiles on the perfect customer or client or prospect that I'm looking for in each different niche. I can describe each of my different businesses. And when I was testing this technology out, it's amazing just by describing the business, maybe putting a URL in there, the dot points, the hot points. I just went bang and it just created a website for me. And so it had images, it had opt-ins, name, phone number, email, it had all the different information about my business and just created a website for me. And that was pretty damn impressive. And now, if you wanted it to look as good as any website out there, you might take those first few seconds that it created the website and change that color up there and you change that image there. And I want the opt-in to have a red arrow. And so you can do what you want to do with it and play around with it. But just based on the information that you give it, it can instantly build you landing pages, funnels, websites for your different businesses or for your Lev AI business, whatever you want it to do. So that is very, very cool. My momentum, I love this one. So it nudges you to stay consistent. Who's got a problem with staying consistent? Who's got a problem with being organized? Who's got a problem with, talking to all these different people about your business, your network marketing business, whatever it might be, and then you forget to follow someone up. You're like, oh man, that person actually did seem really interested 2 months ago, and I forgot to follow up with them, and now they're going to join something else, right? You'll have an AI helper to track your follow-ups. Lev AI will even use your AI to help you craft your messages. And so for me, this would be great. So in the CRM, make sure that person's really important. Please, follow that person up in 7 days. And that little nudge to remind me, that little nudge to say, hey, don't forget to post on socials today. We noticed you haven't posted on Facebook today. Well, I better post because, you got to be posting consistently for your socials to really work for you. So it's going to get you organized. It's going to give you a little nudge. It's going to keep you in momentum, right? This one's very cool. So hands up if you have a little bit of a problem with prospects, right? And so you might go through warm market, you run out of people to talk to, your socials are kind of drying up. Problem no more. And so again, I've tested this little bit of technology, over 2 billion prospects that you can search for to help you again with your different niches in different businesses or just with your Lev AI business or another network marketing company that you might be in. And so the way that this works is you can ask it to find someone. So, for example, the other day I said, look, I want to find somebody, can be male or female, they've got to be over 30. They have to show that they've done some network marketing on their profile. I want them to be self-employed. So, a lot of people write that, and a few other prompts that I gave it. And within about 10 seconds, it came up with this person's profile. So I clicked on it, took me straight to their LinkedIn or it took me straight to their Facebook. I added them as a friend. I asked the AI, hey, what should I write to this person? It crafted the first message and I sent it. And I think this is pretty good. I did another one for Australia. And funnily enough, it actually brought up a person that I knew. So it took about 10 seconds, and then it brought up this person that was in my network marketing business probably 10 years ago and was still doing network marketing. I went to their Facebook. I noticed that we weren't friends, added as a friend and said, hey, I think we work together. Oh, that's right. I can't believe we're not connected on socials. So we connected, started chatting, and guess what? We started chatting about Lev AI. So I know that these prospects, these different search criterias are really good quality and you won't be competing with other people in your team. So they're not just spitting out 100 of the leads of the same where they're saying, I've just had 10 phone calls from this level. I think you're not going to find that. It's going to be individual, different leads, over 2 billion recirculated. It's going to be very, very cool, particularly for people that do struggle, with influence or with a list or with marketing, well, who do I talk to? Well, ask Lev AI, and it's going to bring up someone for you to talk to. Lots of very, very cool things. Now, this is probably my favorite. So they're all great things to have, but this one really does excite me. And so in my last network marketing business, I had teams in 103 countries, and we toured all through India, all through China, all Singapore. I mean, everywhere. Went to South America. It was a lot of fun, but it was hard work too. And it can be draining doing live presentations and then travel and then one-on-one meetings and then interpreters and then they've got to have an interpreter and back and forth. It can be very draining. Now imagine if you had your own AI twin, right? So it looks exactly like you, it talks exactly like you, but in 150 different languages. It never slept. It was open 24/7. And I've had a bit of a play with this technology in the last couple of weeks as well, and it's a lot of fun. So I've been speaking with a friend of mine in India, and he's sort of asking me about Lev AI, and he wasn't sure. So I just went and created a video that just hit on the top points of Lev AI. I got it translated into Hindi and sent it to him. He's like, okay, this is pretty cool. I did the same for a friend in Spain. We did it in Spanish. And so the way this will work is, you can use your photo. So you pick a nice photo of yourself, or if you don't want to be out there 24/7, your twin, you're just not comfortable with that for whatever reason, you can choose an avatar, different backgrounds, different looks, different dress, whatever you want it to represent you. My high um, encouragement to you would be to use yourself. It doesn't matter what business you're in. If you can start to really brand yourself, that's the strongest brand that you'll ever have. So if you're a little bit shy, I would just suggest get over that, get your avatar out there 24/7. The faster you can really create a brand with your name, the better it's going to be for any business that you're in. And so we pick a picture, we give it a short script so it understands, my Australian accent, your American accent, it understands Hindi, it understands whether we talk fast or talk slow. So it's going to sound exactly like you. So you give it like a 15-second clip, it's going to pick up your different slurs and different languages, and then away it goes. Now let's see if we can get this one working here.
मैं इस एआई कंपनी के साथ साझेदारी करने को लेकर बेहद उत्साहित हूं। लीवे इस समय डायरेक्ट सेल्स में सबसे हॉट चीज है। जब आप $1 अरब की इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, शानदार मुआवजा योजना और एक ऐसे निच के साथ साझेदारी कर रहे हैं जो हर जगह है, जो धरती पर किसी
You guys get the point. So I think that's me talking in Hindi, right? And I would probably dress a little bit better if I was, but I was just mucking around with the technology the other day, and that's what I sent to my friend in India in Hindi, and he was very, very impressed. But you could have this, on your website, you could have this working for you 24/7. Just imagine what that can do for your different businesses. So here is what you get, $49 a month or 99 US dollars per month. Again, it just ticks every box for me because it's affordable, right? People in the Philippines love this price point. People in India love this price point. People in Australia love this price point. I wanted to find a digital company that had an X factor, and is there any more X factor out there than AI right now? I definitely don't think so. When the media is doing a lot of the work for you, I mean, you're never going to have a problem of walking up to somebody and saying, hey, have you found a way to leverage AI yet? Have you found a way to monetize AI yet? No one's going to turn around and say, what's AI? It's just not going to happen, right? Everybody knows how big it is. It's coming, that they're trying to work it out. You have the solution, and you have a very affordable solution with some of the best suite of tools that are out there. So everybody will get that AI twin. So everybody will get the twin that speaks in over 100 different languages. Everyone gets that in the basic and the pro. AI social that we spoke about, everybody gets that. The different business profiles on basic, you get one. In pro, you get unlimited businesses. So that's the difference there. The growth and engagement, so the tools that tell you, what do I write, what the posts do I do, you get that in both. The CRM, you get that in both. And then the web builder is just in the pro. The enhanced CRM is just in the pro. The lead system is just in the pro. Um, Also, too, we're going to talk a little bit about this is very, very cool. So we can also get this will be from my understanding, an invite only, or you hit a certain rank, and you'll be able to create almost like a chatter box, right? And so if someone went to your business website or your Lev AI website or your blog, whatever it might be, you can have your AI twin on there teaching your team, teaching your staff, teaching your clients. Maybe you've got a coaching program 24/7 in any language that you want. So this is going to be very, very cool. Every company that I've been part of, I always talk to my IT friends about, I want to create a team website. So yes, we've got the company website, we've got the Lev AI website, but I want to create a team website where everyone can come in, they can see the calendar when all the Zooms are there. It talks to their back office. There's funnels. They've got marketing materials. We can all chat to each other. And yeah, he wanted $25,000 to do this. What I love about this whole program is it's all built in here. And so, for example, I could gather all of my network marketing knowledge, all my YouTube videos, my blogs, all that sort of content. I could train my AI here, the style that I speak in. So someone might say, hey, Aaron, how do I handle objections? I've been getting all these different objections about AI because, the AI robots are going to take over the world. So they don't like how do I answer that objection? And my AI avatar would be trained to do my objection training. And I do a specific type of objection training that I've been doing for years and years and years. I could train my avatar to do it in 150 different languages 24/7. So people can come there and they can learn how to be a network marketer. They could learn business. I've had an Airbnb digital course before. I could train my AI in a different profile, put that on my Airbnb course, and they could come there and ask Airbnb questions all day long. And so, digital creators that have got courses, this is going to be very, very cool to have. And so, more information coming soon on that one. But there's just lots of different things that we're going to be able to bring to Lev AI over the coming months, over the coming years, as AI comes evolves as well. We're going to be right there ahead of the curve. So when you look at the price point, I mentioned 49 a month. You saw what you got for that, or $99 per month. I thought it might be a lot more expensive, so I thought it might be up over 200 a month. So it's really well priced. It's just going to buzz all around the world very, very quickly. We're going to have tens of thousands of people joining, every week once this launches. But when you start to add up your CRM system, just your $20 a month on ChatGPT, I'll probably keep that because ChatGPT does a lot of great stuff as well. But your video generator, the technology that I've been playing around with, I went to an AI conference 2 days ago and they were showing some very similar technology. Not quite as good as Lev AI, but similar. At the end of that day, they wanted $5,000 to come in and incorporate all of this. And I'm just thinking, man, I am on an absolute golden rainbow here with Lev AI. It's got everything that this conference was talking about, but I have my own back end. I can refer businesses to this, I can refer individuals to this, and I can start to make a bit of a residual stream out the bat. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. So I didn't invest in the $5,000 the other day because I have Lev AI. It really is unmatched value. You can check out anything else that's out there. I think one of the big frustrations that people are having trying to get ahead of this curve is they're paying for this app here, they're paying for this app here, this website here, this app here, this conference over here, and nothing really talks to each other. And it's costing people a lot of money and it's all a bit clunky. So we can have everything in one place for an affordable price, strong value for all members, accessible by members all around the world. So different businesses that want to use these tools that, they don't want to build a Lev AI business. They just want to use the tool as customers. I'll be able to enroll more customers in this business than I've ever enrolled in my whole entire life. So it's going to be a lot of fun just showing business owners this suite of tools. High member satisfaction. They're going to absolutely love it once they get in there. And for the people that do want to refer it, there's some really great money to be made as well. I don't think we need to worry about the market opportunity. It's kind of everybody. I mean, it's interesting right now that less than 10% of the population have really engaged with this. I think a lot of people are still head in the sand. They're just not going to have that choice in the next 24 months. It's either they're going to lose their job, they're going to left behind, they're going to have to learn AI. And we have a solution that you can show them right now. But you think about how big the gig economy's got and how fast it is growing. This is perfect for those sorts of people. The solopreneurs, the people that have got side gigs, creators, affiliates, networkers, small to medium businesses. I mean, the market is absolutely huge for what we have here. So in terms of referring it, if you are looking to become an affiliate, I mean, when you're on a good thing and when you use something and you like it, people refer. Often people say, oh, I don't like sales, or I'm not gonna. If you see a really, really good movie and your friend comes up to you and says, oh, what's good at the movies? You don't just sit there and say nothing. You're like, oh, you got to go and see this new movie. It was hilarious. We were laughing the whole way through it. You refer it. And that's what I believe will happen here. We're going to see a lot of people make some really nice secondary income just because they love learning about Lev AI. They love using the tools and they just refer it to a few friends and family. So you're going to get 50% of the commission when they join up. So they join up for the 99, you're going to get 50% of that straight away. Then you're going to get 20% ongoing. So you're going to make about $20 a month on those people that have come in on the $99 per month program. What I do love about this is we're talking everything in dollars here. So often, if you've had a bit of experience in direct sales, you'll hear this terminology of QPV and PV, and people just like, what is all this points? And why is it $100? But it's only 60 PV, and then I'm getting 20% of the 60. I'm very confused. You don't have to worry about that here with Lev AI. We're just talking pure dollars. So if someone joins up for $99, you're going to get 50% of that up front. 20% ongoing, so $20 a month, pretty easy to work out. And you work out, if you refer this to 100 people, it's $2,000 a month. That's pretty nice. On top of that, for the people looking a little bit bigger than that, you can actually earn on 8 levels of referral. So if you referred this to your sister referred it to the brother, and the brother referred it to your cousin referred it to your neighbor, you're going to get paid down 4% down to 8 levels. You're also going to get paid a matching bonus down 4 levels as well. And so if you're bringing people in that are quite entrepreneurial, they're quite influential, they're building the business, they're referring lots of people to Lev AI, you're going to get 4% of their check coming to you. And on your second level, 4% of their check. And on the third level, 4%. On the fourth level, 4%. So it has 4 levels of referral on a 4% matching bonus on what they're earning as well. Then for the really, really big thinkers, the people are like, you know what, I think I'm going to go full time with this. You can actually earn outside of the 8 levels as well. So you can earn anywhere between 1 and 4% on your ninth level and 10th level and 11th level. And you're going to make more on your 15th level just by earning 1% than you will with, 200 people on your level one. And so that's where the really, really big money can come in. And I know in this business already, we've attracted some of the biggest networkers, direct sales, affiliate people in the industry just because they understand what they have here with Lev AI. And these guys already got their eyes on, 6 figures a month, maybe more than that, right? I know I certainly do. Being an entrepreneur, being competitive, being, workhorse. When you're on a good thing, you want to really make the most of it. And so this has become, a really big focus for me and many others as well. Here are the ranks that you can go through if you really want to get focused on that. What does it mean to make some part-time money, some big money, some medium money, some rock star money? I always say to my kids, if you can't make it as a sports athlete or a rock star, become a network marketer. It's the next best thing. So to become a lead partner, you just need to have one team and $250 going through it, 2 customers. Advanced partner, 2 teams, $500 going through each team, 2 customers. Mentor, we're up to 3 teams of 1,000. Director, 4 teams, 2,500. Innovator director, 4 teams wide, so 4 different teams, $5,000 going through each team. And then visionary, 5 teams with 10,000. And just to get to the top of the compensation plan, which will be very, very life-changing income, you need to build 5 different teams, $20,000 going through each team, and just 3 customers. Now, I'm not saying everyone's going to do that. And I'm not going to say that it's easy, but it ain't hard either, particularly compared to a lot of other compensation plans that I have seen. So if you're really driven and you really want to take this seriously, print this page out, stick it up on your wall, and have this as a bit of a blueprint stepping stone. So you go, okay, I've done number one. Fantastic. What's my next goal? Okay, I need to have a second team of $500. Great. Tick that one off. And you can just keep going through the ranks. So I ask you again, guys, Are we going to keep our heads in the sand because the AI meteor is coming and people are going to get wiped out? That's just the fact. But, people have had plenty of time. It's not like people aren't yelling this from the rooftops. And I would encourage you, you don't have to yell it from the rooftops, but I would look after your friends and I would look after your family and say, hey, you're going to have to learn this stuff. I know a great community where you can get started. It's very affordable. Everything you need to know about AI is in there. Become a crocodile, adapt, survive. And we are just about ready to launch this company, ladies and gentlemen. And so you can already get back to the person that invited you here. They'll give you a link. You can sign up at this stage still for free. You can log into your back office and you can grab your affiliate link and start sending that out to people to get them into the Lev AI back office ready for launch. For those that have already been in and been inviting people for a couple of weeks now, you want to just make sure you give your attention to the placements. There's a few more days to be able to place your team. After that, they'll just remain in the level one position. So get back with your upline and just say, hey, I think I've got about 6 people to place. Can you help me to do that the right way? So just make sure you get ahead of that one. It's such a global business. I mean, in our back office already, we've got over 10 different languages that you can choose from. We're going to have more and more and more come in there as well. In terms of actual tools, we have over 100 different languages. And so this is going to spread around the world very, very quickly. I would really encourage you to just go out there and grab a PayPal account. I would do that today, particularly if you are outside of the US. And so I've been part of launches before where credit cards aren't a problem, they run fine. Sometimes your bank might just say, hey, was this you that made this transaction? And you have to approve it. But sometimes they just block it as well. It's a new company, yeah, US company based in Australia. Are you sure that this is so? You don't want to get to the launch date and you and your team, your cards won't get processed. Your bank's blocking them for whatever reason. That'll all become smoother as we get going. But what I would do with your teams is just go out there, create a PayPal account because that's going to solve all the issues. If your card does get rejected on launch, just use your PayPal and you're good to go. You want to keep that momentum going. And I highly encourage you to get onto the socials, keep up to date with everything that's happening with LevAI. A new product comes out, new launch date, new incentive trip. Who's looking forward to going on incentive trips? I know, I cannot wait to get back. And Randy, can we please go to Tahiti? I think that could be a good first one. But just make sure you keep up with all the different announcements there. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. LevAI is getting very active on all of those now. So get back to the person that invited you, grab the link, and look, we're any day now. I would say we're inside of 7 days before we launch. Get to Lev, that's the website there, getlev.ai, and you'll just be able to put in your enroller's username, or they'll be able to send you their specific launch link. So, guys, that is all from me today. It's very, 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 very exciting. We are very, very close. I hope that I've been able to sort of paint a bit of a picture of where AI is going. I'm sure you probably already knew that, but it's happening faster and faster. Here's the solution to be able to leverage that and monetize that. Here's the solution to not getting left behind. Here's the solution to becoming a crocodile, not a dinosaur. And look, for those that are very serious about this as an income source, I do believe it's a moment in time that you don't want to ignore, and it's a moment in time that you don't want to get left behind. The launch is happening any day. I would start to get busy now. Familiarize yourself with how it all works. Familiarize yourself with the tools. This is going to be a real show and tell business, not so much a tell, tell, tell. You're just going to be able to show people. So get your twin up and running, put it up on your Facebook, talking in all different languages. People are just going to say, how did you do that? All of a sudden, you've gone from not understanding AI to being the guru in your circle of friends. And you can say, I just use this Lev AI. And they're just going to say, show me the link, give me the link. You're going to be able to show people a lot of these tools and people are just going to go, wow, where do I sign? So I'm looking forward to working with you guys, looking forward to seeing you in person, looking forward to traveling the world, and let's really make a dent with this company. Thanks, everybody.